Hey you guys, it is Beth Brutality here. It is March, I almost said February, you guys. March 14th, and it is Monday, and I want to start off by apologizing for not putting up a video last week. I have just had a very, very crazy work week, and there was no point in which I could record a video. So I'm actually super bummed to miss out on a week on your Glam Squad because I've never missed one before, and I really take it to heart. So for this week here on your Glam Squad, we are doing the current tag going around by Elle, aka All That Glitters 21. Question number 1: what do you think you can do and you can't? I cannot do winged eyeliner on camera. I'm starting to come to terms with that, and I don't know what I'm going to do about it because it kind of becomes a huge problem when I do tutorials. Because I'm like, I can do it this time, I can do it when I'm off camera, it'll be fine, and then I do it and it's always jacked up, so I can't do that. Number 2, what's a difficult word for you to pronounce? Pretty much the entire English and most languages, actually, especially the Japanese language. But yeah, I'm pretty bad at pronouncing everything. So I'm really good at saying, nope. Yep, moving on. Number 3, what was your favorite show from your childhood? I watched a lot of TV when I was a kid. I literally would get home from school and watch TV until I went to bed. I was a fat kid because that's literally all I did was sit in front of the TV. Monitor your children's intake on television because it's bad news, man. It sets you up for the rest of your life. I actually don't watch TV now except for with John. So, television shows I loved were I love The Simpsons. I still love The Simpsons. I loved Are You Afraid of the Dark? Our Real Monsters. Invader Zim came on kind of late in my childhood, but I liked that one a lot. The Rugrats. Oh my god, I love the Rugrats. I pretty much watched everything. I don't think we had Disney when I was a kid, though. Because when I was a kid, Disney was still a premium channel, and we didn't have premium channels at my house. So, I don't think I ever got to watch Disney stuff. I loved reading Rainbow. Nerd. I love Bill Nye the Science Guy. Talk about a nerd. Freaking love that guy. Number 4, what are your virtues and vices? This is just a fancy way of saying pros and cons, so. I mean, it is. Shut up, John.
Bossy. There you go.
Vice. I'm bossy. I like to be in control of things. I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm a control freak, but when it's me and one other person or me and a couple of other people, I'm likely to try. I just look like I flipped you guys off. That's funny. But I always try to kind of take lead because it's kind of unfair, but I don't trust people to do things. Like, if you want something done right, you do it yourself, right? So I would rather be in charge and be like, hey, do this, because I ultimately feel like at the end of the night, I'm accountable for what happens anyways. So I'd rather know that I at least tried my hardest possible. So if I get yelled at for something that happened, I feel better about the fact that I'm getting chewed out, not that somebody else did it and I'm getting chewed out for it. So yeah, that's kind of a vice. I'm kind of bossy. Poor Johnny boy has to live with me. Virtue. I'm very friendly. I'm pretty patient. I know I'm bossy, but I am patient. I'm not patient with you because I've been dealing with you for 2 years. I used to be pretty forgiving. I haven't had a lot of issues with that lately. Just because I've pretty much cut everyone out of my life besides like a kind of core group of people. So, I'm a giving person in general. I've always been like that. I'm the type of person who, if my friend wants something and they can't get it for themselves and I can get it for them, I'm likely to get it for them. And I don't wait for like a special occasion. I'm just like, here, I got you this, so, vice. I never remember birthdays. Never. Don't ever ask me to remember your birthday unless you tell me like the day of like 8,000 times. I'm really bad about remembering birthdays. I don't know what day it is. I had to look up if today was, John looked up for me if today was the 14th, because I don't know. I never know what date it is, so I definitely never know when it's someone's birthday. I've rambled on enough for this answer. You guys can just watch me and tell what my, virtues and vices are. Number 5, what is more important, love, fame, power, or money? All I hear in my head is money, success, fame, glamour. That's all I hear in my head. If you guys don't know what that is, figure it out. Google it. John's got it over there. Yeah, if you guys don't know what that is, I'm not going to tell you. I feel like love's pretty damn important. Without Johnny Boy, I'd be sad. But with enough money, I could turn someone else into Johnny Boy. So
You're a robot.
I could have a robot, and it would not talk back. I'm gonna punch him. Number 6. If you could live in any era or time period, what era would you live in? Probably this one. I mean, if I had to do it now, I wouldn't want to live in any other time. I'm very addicted to my cell phone and my computer and just the ease of technology and public transport and being able to get from one end of the coast to the other in less than 12 hours if I need to, you know, like, I would not want to, like, it'd be cool to see some other times, but I would not want to live in any other time. That said, there are some cool ones. I wouldn't mind living around the time of Marie Antoinette for a little bit, not for very long, because then I'd probably, you know, get a disease and die. Number 7, if you could redo your wardrobe with 2 stores, what would they be? I don't know, because I would pick either H&M or Forever 21. I don't know. I feel like Forever 21 might suit my style a little bit better, but I own a lot of H&M that I love and wouldn't want to be without. But I don't want to only exclusively have those 2 stores because you can't get very many. I couldn't get combat boots that way, so that'd be a problem. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Trash and Vaudeville because I don't know. I don't know any other stores like that. Like, I'll tell you guys, that answer is blatantly ripped off from John. Trash and Vaudeville. Just because I don't know any other store like that. I mean, I don't want to say Hot Topic because I'm not that impressed with Hot Topic. So yeah, I mean, or another similar store. I haven't walked around New York enough to find other places like that. So, if there are any other places like that, probably not. So, I'm a wannabe John Lyman. Everyone is. Number 8. Do you recall what you were doing a year ago at this time? Probably already dreading the fact that John was going to be leaving for the summer. Excited to be looking for a new place to live. I still wasn't really doing makeup then. That's for sure. That didn't start until like May-ish. I probably was starting to wear mascara at that point. That's funny. That's really funny to think about. Like, it really is. Number 9, do you have reoccurring dreams, and if so, explain. I had reoccurring dreams a lot when I was a child. I had 3 main reoccurring dreams as a child. One involved running after my mom through a carnival. Like, no, more of like a fair, like a county fair kind of thing. And then this house I grew up in, and I haven't lived in this house since I was like 6, so it's kind of weird that I remember it so well. But I ran after her, and I ran up the porch, and I ran through the front door and down the hallway after her, and she went out into the garage, which freaked me out. I didn't like that garage very well, and it was dark, and I couldn't see. And I was running with my sister. My sister ran after my mom, and I didn't go because it scared me too bad, and I just was left standing in the hallway. And I would stand there for what felt like eternity because I'm asleep, and then I'd wake up and I'd be all sad. There was that one. There's 4 recurring dreams. The second one is pretty much the same dream, just 2 different locations. One is in a mall and one is in a school. I wake up, my mom and my sister and I live in a cardboard box in an alley. Because I was a street urchin, I don't know. This is always the same dream. I just go to one of 2 places. I go to either school, and I can't find my locker. I can't get in or out of the school. I'm like stuck where I am. I can't find my classes. I can't do anything. I'm just left standing in the hallway the whole time. Like, what do I do? And then with the mall, it was like a death trap. Everything tried to kill you. Escalators, giant chainsaws would come up through the middle and cut you up. And it was just horrifying. These are normal dreams, right? And then the 4th dream involved Michael Myers. I'm not scared of him. I don't like the fact that Michael Myers is like a zombie. They just keep coming back. You can't outrun them. They eventually catch up to you. And in my dreams with Michael Myers, I'd spend what seemed like the whole night running away from him, you know, dodging him, whatever. And then he always catches up. But you go up this like giant platform all the way up to the top of this deck. It's like 9 stories up, and then I get up there and I have nowhere left to run. And I don't know why I would run upstairs, because it's one of my primary rules that I don't run upstairs. I'm gonna be captured. Like, that's scary movie fail number 1. But yeah. And then he makes me watch him kill all of my friends, and then we get married. Psychologist, figure that one out. John Lyman, evaluate me. Number 10, what's your horoscope? Are you asking my astrological sign? I'm a Leo. I don't know what my horoscope is. I haven't checked it in a while. Number 11, what does your dream bedroom look like? My dream bedroom would have floor-to-ceiling windows and big old drapes across them. So when I wanted it to be sunny, it could be, and it would be gorgeous. And when I didn't, I'd be able to close them. I'd have a big old bed with, like, really nice black sheets. The good soft kind that you just feel so good. And it'd have like one of those showers. It's just like a wall and it's all open. I just think that's cool. Yeah, because I mean, my house, there ain't gonna be nobody else there but me and Mr. Johnny Boy, so whatever. But yeah, I don't remember whose crib had one of those, you know, cribs. But yeah, I liked it a lot, and I want it to be like one of those custom showers where there's just water everywhere, like 1,000 shower heads, and yeah. But yeah, I know that's not part of the bedroom usually, but I don't want to have to go far to get ready, alright? I'd have a walk-in closet, giant walk-in closet. I would have a separate little area for my vanity right in front of the big, gorgeous window, and yeah, that's about all I got. It'd be plants, it'd be happy, it'd be beautiful. There would be something going on with some flowers and some animals, and I don't know. That was really vague. Number 12, what position do you sleep in? Megatron, what position do I sleep in? Usually spooned up between this one and John. Megatron usually lays in front of me and John lays behind me. And when we're not laying like that, I sleep on my stomach. I don't like to sleep on my back, but I often wake up on my back, so I probably spend a lot of time sleeping on my back and don't realize it. Number 13, who is your favorite vampire of all time? Louis. I love Louis. I always loved Louis. Louis is the character played by Brad Pitt in The Interview with the Vampire, but I also read the Anne Rice books when I was younger, because I was a goth ass, and I was in love with Anne Rice. I haven't read any of her new stuff. I have no interest in reading Anne Rice's chronicling of the life and death of Jesus Christ. That's kind of weird to me. I don't know how I feel about that. Besides, I have no interest in reading it, so... but yeah, I loved Louis. Everything about him was wonderful, and then when they cast Brad Pitt to play him, I was just like, ah! So yeah, it was perfect. I love Brad Pitt, if you guys can't tell. Kind of a fangirl. What are you currently wearing on your feet? Nothing. Bare feet. Do you have neat handwriting? Show us. Is any of my handwriting around here anywhere? Let me find something. Okay, so I just stole John's notebook real quick. He's next to me studying, and I wrote this. So that is my handwriting. Make a font out of it. That'd be pretty cool, actually. I always wanted to have a font of my own handwriting, but I don't know how to do that, so I never bothered to learn. Yeah, wait till you guys see John's. So that is all for this tag. I tag all of you to do this, and I would love to see everyone's responses, video response below. And I will talk to all of you guys soon. Bye.